Hi, it's Melissa with my Membership Minute on Monday, April 18th, 2016. Here's what's new and hot in your membership community. I have a class that I've resurrected for you. It was actually one of the first classes that I ever filmed for our membership community about 5 years ago, but it's been buried in a place where I'm sure nobody can find it. So I've decided to give it its proper place in our community and put it in with the long yoga videos because it's a long video. It's a 54-minute class. So if you scroll to the long video section and click here, and you come to the Gods and Goddesses yoga classes, and I'll tell you a little bit more why I was inspired to resurrect these classes in a few moments. You can click here. The class is called the Transformative Power of Kali, and then you have this class, and I would encourage you to scroll down here as well, because there's information about Kali here and the mantra that we use in this class. So this class includes mantra, there's a Kali mudra in it, and there's moon salutations in it. So I think it has a lot of the elements that many of you, our members, really love about a yoga class in it. So you're probably curious what made me think about resurrecting this class. Well, for one, I've been wanting to unbury it for a long time, but the second thing was my interview that I had with Victoria Harris recently for our Just Like Me interviews. So I'll show you where that is in our membership community. You don't have to scroll very far. Just go to Just Like Me here and click on, oh, sorry, I didn't stick it. I'm going to stick it. It will be at the top. When I'm done, I'll stick it. Just Like Me. And when I spoke to Victoria, she spoke about her deep love of the Gods and Goddesses classes and how she goes back to them again. I'm not sure she knows that this class exists even, actually. I'm curious how many of you know that this class exists. There's another one too, which I'll release next week. So it got me thinking about where, if you are interested in these kinds of classes, I haven't done any classes about the Gods and Goddesses in our membership community for Namaste Yoga in a long time. They're the most polarized in the reaction that my students have. Either you guys love them, but there's also a lot of reaction in the opposite end. People are really quite repelled by them. People send me a lot of hate mail about them as well. So I'm curious to hear from you. You can respond to the Membership Minute, you can reply to this email, you can post in the Membership Minute, you can post in Victoria's interview too, because we talk a lot about it in her interview as well here, about how you'd like these Gods and Goddesses classes incorporated in your membership. And we talk about some different ways that we could do that. And in fact, one of the ways that I am going to do it is next week, and in our monthly motivation meetup. So I didn't put this in the show notes, but if you come here, we have our April monthly motivation meetup, April 29th and 30th, and I have a really cool thing planned for you in that motivation meetup, where we'll be talking about the shakti, the divine energy, and how we can bring that into our lives and how it can help us. And because we have a really great foundation for that with our classes through Namaste Yoga, it could be really cool to incorporate that into different areas of our membership community. So one way we could do it is through our motivation meetup. We could do it in our meditation section. Sally Kempton's book, Meditation for the Love of It, is also another great place. She talks a lot about mythology and drawing in the energy of the goddess, and so that also inspired me. So I want to show you where that is. I linked to it in the show notes as well. And Alice has just posted about that as well. She posted a reflection on chapter 4. So if you go to our membership book club here, and you click here, Meditation for the Love of It, and I thought it was really interesting because she is talking about the attitude of devotion, and that was what Victoria was talking about in her interview. And so there just seems to be this serendipity coming through of really, I think the goddess wanting to come forward, or a more devotional aspect wanting to come forward in our practice, perhaps. I don't know. Let me know if that's something that interests you. And then I also carried that theme forward this week in our meditation group. So if you want to look here and scroll down to our daily section, our meditation group, last 2 weeks ago in the chapter 3 of Meditation for the Love of It, Sally talked about how you approach meditation. And so the reflection for this week in the meditation group is how we enter meditation. The thing that really stood out to me was the attitude that we bring to our approach to meditation. Entering meditation is the energy that we'll have throughout our meditation practice. So this is something very interesting that there's been response to already in our meditation group. I only posted that yesterday. And finally, I wanted to let you know that Hannah has also posted a very inspiring weekly challenge that speaks about the creative energy of the goddess of Shakti. She's talking about it more from the perspective of creativity and brain yoga. So that's also in the daily section if you come here to the weekly challenge, and it's already been incredibly popular. So it's the joy of creativity, and there's some brain doodles in this section. So you'll have to click on the last page to see this. And you can take a look at Hannah's challenge here and her description. And then there's, as always in the weekly challenge, there's a class for each day to support the theme for the week, which is this joy of creativity and brain doodles. So I'm looking forward to a wonderful week. Our weekly challenge team is meeting tomorrow to plan out the next few months of weekly challenges, who's going to be presenting when. And then next week I get to meet with you, and that's a very special time because since we meet virtually, we come together once a month, so that's our chance to come together as a community online and come together face to face and be able to speak with each other. So it's a really beautiful time of the month to bring our practice together for the month. So your presence here is very much appreciated, and I wish you a wonderful week. Namaste.